Do you know, the greatest power in the world already lives inside you? A power that can shape your reality, attract success, heal your body, and turn your dreams into real life, your subconscious mind. Imagine if you could control that hidden force to attract wealth, happiness, and peace effortlessly. That's exactly what Dr. Joseph Murphy reveals in his life-changing book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. In this summary, we'll uncover how your thoughts become things, how your beliefs program your destiny, and how you can unlock the infinite potential within your mind. So stay tuned, because once you understand this power, your life will never be the same again. Chapter 1. There's a treasure within you. A 75-year-old widow wrote a letter to our author, sharing her desire to remarry, build a home, and find happiness again. She followed the author's advice to the letter, consistently reminding herself that she was a happily married woman deeply in love with her husband. Eventually, she met a prominent pharmacist and fell in love. Today, they are married and genuinely happy. The truth is, you harbor a complete gold mine within you, your subconscious mind. Imagine the possibilities if you could just learn to control and utilize it to your advantage. When you constantly convince yourself before a test that you'll fail or that something you desire won't happen, you are in fact forcing your own mind to comply. You are feeding negative, limiting ideas that you can't do this or can't achieve that into your mind's superpower. Never let that happen. Never entertain a negative idea. Instead, repeat with full enthusiasm, maintain unwavering belief, and hold on to powerful hope. You will then witness your subconscious become the answer to all your questions. Chapter 2. How your mind works. An elderly woman became convinced she was losing her memory. However, she persistently reassured her mind that no such thing would occur. Instead, she kept convincing herself that her memory was improving day by day. It was her strong, unshakable belief that truly made it happen. Your mind's conscious and subconscious parts, while distinct, are interconnected. Whatever you think at the conscious level, and every single thing you do, no matter how small, affects your subconscious level. It's crucial to understand that the subconscious and conscious levels aren't separate entities. They are simply two different levels of the same mind. The conscious mind is the one that thinks and reasons. The subconscious mind accepts every thought and adopts it completely. It fully believes everything you think and do. For instance, hypnosis works because your subconscious mind believes it, and subsequently, your conscious mind, without any resistance, begins to accept what is told to it. It begins to adopt any idea you hold, whether right or wrong, without question. Chapter 3. The magical power of your subconscious mind. A Scottish surgeon, Dr. James Esdaile, performed a total of 400 operations. At the time, anesthesia, which could render his patients unconscious, had not yet been discovered. So, how did he manage it? He used mental anesthesia on his patients. He completely convinced them that they would feel no pain or experience any infection during the operation. His surgeries were successful, and his mortality rate, the rate of patient death, was incredibly low, only 2 or 3%. Before operating, he would hypnotize his patients' subconscious minds and whisper in their ears, "Nothing will happen to you. You will be fine. You will be healthy." Your subconscious mind controls everything, your blood flow, your digestion, and your very thoughts. Once you grasp its immense power, you can use it to your advantage. When you think negatively, these are destructive emotions that you must urgently remove from your mind. Otherwise, you will begin to face problems like ulcers, heart issues, anxiety, or mental illness in your body. Pay attention to every single thought that arises in your mind, as those thoughts become your actions. This is because your subconscious mind reacts to whatever you think, whenever you think it. Therefore, before you go to sleep, set an intention, choose a goal, and tell yourself that you wish to achieve it. You can think of anything, your good health, wealth, or even your relationships with people. Allow positive thoughts to flow, keep programming your mind, and the miracles that follow will be beyond your imagination. Chapter 4. 5. Old and New Ways of Mental Healing. There is a famous story from 1910 about a man who suffered from tongue paralysis At the time, there was no cure for his condition. He visited a doctor who placed a thermometer in his mouth and told him it was a brand new instrument that would instantly heal his tongue. And indeed, within minutes, his tongue was healed, and he could move it again. In many experiments, individuals under hypnosis are easily convinced that they have a specific illness, and they actually begin to show the symptoms of that very disease. This happens because their subconscious mind believes what it is told, and it has so much power that it acts accordingly. This also works in the opposite way. When a patient's subconscious mind is convinced that they are recovering, it appears as if they were never even sick. Nothing will affect your body until your subconscious mind directs it to do so. Always remember the power of your subconscious mind. You never know what miracle it might bring into your life, so never miss an opportunity to utilize it. Today, we are all aware of the power of our subconscious mind, but many of us do not know how to use it correctly. We don't know how to transform our lives with its strength. To do this, you must first identify what truly heals you, and then use that knowledge to guide your subconscious mind. Formulate a plan in your mind. Visualize it working. Do not allow any bad or negative thoughts to enter, as that would be foolish. And finally, pray and have faith in your prayers. Chapter 6. Practical Techniques for Mental Healing. When the Golden Gate Bridge was built, the engineering company had a meticulous plan. This plan meticulously calculated the stresses and strains the bridge would endure. They first conceived of a perfectly strong ideal bridge and then put it through practical testing. All these steps were executed in a precise order. No step was performed out of sequence. Otherwise, the bridge would have been a complete failure. The way our prayers are answered is much the same. What we receive comes exactly at the right time, neither too early nor too late. Some things must happen first and others later. Among these, the first technique is the pass-over technique. Simply and firmly convey your thoughts and wishes to your subconscious mind to eliminate any sickness. For instance, a little girl with a sore throat who is coughing badly might resolutely tell herself, "My illness is leaving, it is going away." Within an hour, she will genuinely start to feel better. The second simple technique is the visualization technique. You can do this by visualizing and creating vivid images in your mind. Keep what you desire constantly in your thoughts. You can even set it as the wallpaper on your phone or laptop, or create a dream board. Paste a picture of your dream onto a piece of cardboard and look at it every day. Finally, there is the sleeping technique. When you are sleeping, your body's effort and stress decrease, and your subconscious mind becomes active. It absorbs your thoughts more effectively, which helps your mind and body achieve your desired result. Therefore, the time just before falling asleep is the best for autosuggestion and visualization. Chapter 7. The habit of the subconscious mind is life-affirming. The author, Robert Louis Stevenson, had a nightly routine. Before going to sleep, he would fill his subconscious mind with the details of the stories he needed to write. He claimed that the deep power of his subconscious mind would then present him with a fully prepared, brilliant story, which he would later simply write down. This strongly highlights the incredible power of our subconscious strength. Most children are born healthy and strong. This is a common and natural state. However, becoming sick and weak is not normal because it goes against the stream of life. Self-preservation is the strongest instinct we humans possess. Frederick Elias Andrews was a boy suffering from Pott's disease, also known as tuberculosis of the spine. During his illness, he would pray to get well, and his prayers worked. He genuinely recovered and became a healthy individual. He consistently used the sleeping technique method, which was previously described before going to sleep, and the method proved effective. Your body completely renews itself every 11 months. Change your negative thoughts into positive ones, because the true stream of life dictates that we should be healthy, strong, and free from negativity, fear, anxiety, and jealousy. These destructive emotions can make you a victim of many diseases. To avoid all this, always think positively. Chapter 8. How to get the results you desire. There was once a landlord who was arguing with a furnace repairman because the repairman was charging $200 to fix a boiler. The landlord protested that the amount was too high. The repairman responded that he was only charging $5 for the missing piece, and the remaining $195 was the fee for his knowledge of how to do the job. Similarly, your subconscious mind is highly intelligent. It possesses countless ways to alleviate every discomfort and pain in your body, mind, and soul. One major reason for our failure is a lack of motivation and confidence. Often, when people are focusing on a prayer, they do not have the deep conviction that is truly required. Negative thoughts continue to run through their minds, which is why they do not receive an answer to their prayers. Therefore, to resolve the conflict between your conscious and subconscious minds, use the sleeping technique before bed. Visualize your dreams coming true, again and again. Chapter 9 and 10. How to use the power of your subconscious for wealth and financial success. The author had a friend who earned $75,000 annually. One year, he took a 9-month-long cruise to travel the world, spending lavishly and enjoying himself thoroughly. When he returned to work, he noticed something peculiar. Many of his colleagues who knew more about the business and could even perform better remained in junior positions and earned less than him. Why was this the case? It was because they had no knowledge of or interest in the power of their subconscious mind. As a result, they had no big dreams. Such people are, in a sense, miles away from creativity. The truth is, no one becomes wealthy overnight just by thinking about it. To achieve wealth, you must first plant new ideas in your subconscious mind and motivate it. Only then can it help you become rich. Keep motivating your mind by repeating that you are wealthy, that you are making a profit, and then start working on the new ideas your subconscious provides you. Fully believe in what you say, because your subconscious will only accept those ideas when you consciously accept them too. If you do not have the desire to earn more money, that will be the first step on the road to failure. First and foremost, discard the notion that money is the root of all evil. If you consider it evil and hate it, how can you possibly attract it into your life? Hating money will get you nowhere. Instead, treat money as your greatest friend and love it. Believe in your own wealth. People who speak ill of money are often those who are facing some financial hardship. When their friends earn more than them and move ahead, such people are consumed by jealousy, and their minds become flooded with negative thoughts. They end up cursing the very thing they were praying for. The power of money is significant, but do not make it your God. Money is simply a sign of success. The real treasure is hidden within your mind. It is your thoughts. Therefore, never speak ill of money. Chapter 11 and 12. Your subconscious mind is your partner in success. How scientists use it. There are 3 essential steps to achieving success. Step 1. Do what you love. Pursue things that bring you happiness. If you don't know what that is, pray wholeheartedly to discover it. Step 2. Master one specific thing. Become an expert in a particular area that you enjoy. For example, if you love dentistry, become a specialist in a specific branch like endodontics, oral surgery, or something else. Step 3. Serve others with your passion. What you love should not be limited to just you. It should be of benefit to others as well. It is best to help and serve other people through your passion. While following these steps, never forget the power of your subconscious. Many scientists knew and believed in this power. Edison, Marconi, Einstein, and countless others listened to the voice of their subconscious mind, and it greatly benefited them. Nikola Tesla, the highly successful electrical scientist, would invent things entirely within his imagination whenever an idea struck him. He knew that by using his subconscious, he could create whatever he desired. His mind had reached a point where he could even spot a defect in a design before the invention was physically built. Therefore, he would refine the design to be flawless before inventing it, saving him money and time from being wasted. Chapter 13, 14, and 15. Your subconscious and sleep, marital problems, and happiness. There is a technique that I personally adopt whenever I have an important task the next day, and I fear I won't wake up on time. I keep thinking about it in my mind and convince myself that I will wake up on time in the morning. I continue to think about this until the idea is completely lodged in my subconscious mind. The next day, I wake up exactly on time. This technique has never failed, not even once. It is a very simple technique that doesn't even require an alarm, although I still set one, but I always wake up before the alarm goes off, proving the immense power of the subconscious mind. Guidance does not always mean financial help or assistance with a material thing, nor must you be awake to receive it. Sometimes your dreams also provide you with guidance. Never ignore the power of your subconscious. It can negatively impact not only your health but also your married life. For a lifelong journey with someone, your relationship needs to be spiritual. When you marry someone purely for money, position, or ego, without true love, such a relationship is never genuine. Such relationships cannot last for long. The bond of marriage should be more spiritual than anything else, a place where both partners' hearts beat as one, where they step forward together on life's journey. Nowadays, people believe that marriage is the answer to every problem, but in reality, it is not. Before you accept someone, you must be fully ready for it. If you are not happy, how will you keep your partner happy? Do not expect your partner to give you every happiness. Keeping yourself happy is your responsibility, not someone else's. Convince your subconscious that you are not incomplete, that you are whole within yourself. Only then can you truly love someone else and handle the responsibility of marriage. Repeating the same mistakes in your married life is a strong sign that your mind is filled with negative thoughts. Your subconscious mind is also adopting these negative ideas. If a mistake has occurred, accept it and move forward. Have faith in your partner and your marriage so that your subconscious believes the same. Always remember that problems in married life are extremely common, and there is nothing wrong with seeking expert advice. When you have a toothache, do you go to an engineer? No. So, your marriage is no less important than your toothache. Whenever a problem arises, be sure to seek expert advice to save your relationship. Never discuss your marital problems with anyone other than your partner and the expert. Your happiness is solely in your hands. If you keep thinking that your marriage is on the verge of breaking up, do you know what will happen? One day it might actually break because you think this way. Your subconscious mind starts to believe it too. When you focus on negativity instead of happiness, how can you find joy? Now the question is, how do you choose happiness? To do this, you must repeat to yourself every morning that your life is a gift from God, that its control is in His hands, and that what He chooses for you will be the best. Everything that happens will be absolutely wonderful, and you will always be happy. Chapter 16, 17, 18, and 19. Your subconscious mind and human relations, forgiveness, mental blocks and fear. Sigmund Freud, the Austrian founder of psychoanalysis, stated that when there is no love within a person, their soul slowly dies. The same applies to goodwill, respect, and understanding. When you harbor hatred in your heart, you essentially bind your soul and mind like a prisoner forever. Think good of everyone as much as possible and try not to cause harm to anyone. A person who hates is like someone who drinks poison and believes they will be fine. That is madness, isn't it? So why do you cheat, hurt, and cause sorrow to others when you know that doing so will fill your own mind with poison and ultimately harm yourself? Give people respect and always treat them well. Behave towards others as you would like them to behave towards you. What you think about others is entirely in your hands, not theirs. When someone tries to annoy you, it is up to you what reaction you will give. How you feel about others' actions is also only in your control. You can either let that annoyance ruin your entire day, or you can choose to ignore their words and learn to forgive them. Forgiving people works like an antidote against negative thoughts for the mind. When you forgive people, your soul fills with peace and tranquility. In a way, by forgiving people, you also pay back life, because life always gives you chances. When you accidentally cut your finger or hurt your leg, your subconscious mind forgives you in a similar way, by healing that wound. There was a man who worked so hard day and night that one day he developed a heart problem. This man had hardly ever spent time with his children. The author spoke to him and explained that the reason for his condition was the inner guilt of not giving his children time. And by working hard day and night, he was essentially punishing himself. He had to learn to forgive himself before he could be happy. We humans are slaves to habit. The difference between a bad habit and a good habit is just a choice. What you choose is up to you. Whether you adopt a bad habit or a good one, it is all in your hands. To overcome a bad habit, do not ignore it. Admit that it is a bad habit and that you must get rid of it. Many alcoholics can never quit drinking because they refuse to admit they are alcoholics. They feel ashamed to admit it, they regret it, and their ego is hurt. The result is that they can never break free from it. To adopt any habit, you must first prepare yourself. When you reach the point where you are determined to abandon a bad habit, pat yourself on the back, because you have conquered half the battle. The first obstacle in the path of controlling your subconscious is your fear. To overcome it, you must do the very thing you fear the most. Once, a lady arrived to audition. However, due to her stage fright, she had failed 3 times before. Her voice was magical, but her negative thoughts were stuck in her subconscious, which is why the thought of going on stage terrified her every time. The cure she found was exceptional. She would lock herself in a room 3 times a day. Sitting relaxed on a chair, she would close her eyes. Then she would repeat to herself that she had an amazing voice with which she could win anyone's heart. She would repeat 10 times that she was not afraid on stage. The night before her audition, she repeated this technique, and surprisingly it worked. She walked onto the stage for the audition, sang beautifully, and cast the magic of her voice over the people. Chapter 20. How to Stay Young at Heart Forever. The author's neighbor had to retire simply because he had turned 65. That man told the author that retirement for him was like moving from kindergarten to the 1st grade. For him, it was another step on the path of life and wisdom. How right his thinking was. We should all approach age this way. Age doesn't just mean ticking off the passage of years. It means passing through different stages of experience and understanding. And this quest should continue until our dying breath, that we continue to fully utilize life. Many scientists, from the ages of 65 to 95, have done exactly this. They have lived life to the fullest, gained experiences, and learned a great deal. Those who fear death and aging often suffer from organ failure. They refuse to understand the natural process of aging, which is why they are afraid of dying. When fear takes over, negative thoughts accumulate in their subconscious, which brings with it many diseases.